Hi guys! In this video I want to share with you my experience of painting watch dials. Personally, I was never planning painting a watch dial on my own. But when I tried to resize the dial for my pilot watch project, I managed to scratch it in several places. Moreover, when I ordered a replacement dial from another seller, he sent me a dial with blue color lume instead of the green one. And what is more, this dial doesn't have dots above the triangle 12 o'clock marker. So suddenly I had two watch dials, which otherwise were useless to me, and I decided to try to create some unique watch dials by painting them on my own. I have to underline that I am awful in painting, but it didn't stop me from trying. Luckily for me, my wife is a nail artist, so I had everything that I needed for this project and didn't have to spend any additional money for it. I decided to start by putting some cuts at our markers so that I could orient my painting properly afterwards. Then I proceeded with the removing of the initial dial design. For this you can use sandpaper, file and at the end acetone. The dial clears just fine and we are ready to start its painting. First, I covered the hole for the second hand, because the new dial design looks better without a second hand. Every time I use all this nail paint stuff, I have to put it in a special UV lamp in order for the applied substance become solid. Once I have covered the second hand hole, I put the base paint. Generally, the nail gel must be applied very smoothly and slowly. I clarify this because I played the video fast forward. Once again, upon the completion of each step, the dial must be put into UV lamp in order for the paint to become solid. Once the paint is solid, it is still a bit sticky, and if you want you can remove the stickiness by using acetone or alcohol solution. In advance, I had found several themes that I would be pleased to see on my watch dials and adjusted their sizes to the watch dial size. As I have already said, I am awful at painting, so I was cutting corresponding pieces of the painting and was using them like a stencil. Then, following the lines, I painted corresponding shapes. And once again, every time any piece of the painting was completed, I put it in the UV lamp. With the details that I couldn't make on my own, I got some help from my wife. In the end, you have to put a special transparent top paint and put it again in the UV lamp. The end result, at least for me, was stunning. Nevertheless, when I tried to assemble the watch, I noticed two things. First of all, with the paint the dial obviously has become much thicker. And for this there are two solutions. You can either file off the paint at the edges of the dial, so that it would still fit in the initial watch case. Or you can use a watch cases that can accommodate thicker watch dials. I like smaller watch cases, so I decided to file off the paint at the edges of the dial. The second problem that I met was that the dial is amazing, but only when the light hits it. When there are no lights, this dial becomes so dark that on the wrist it is almost invisible. At the same time, I made a draft of the second watch dial where I used white color base paint, different colors and silver lines to underline the color borders. By comparing two of them, I have noticed that the second version remains impressive in dull lighting condition as well. Therefore, I decided to remove the painting of the moon and the stars and paint a different theme using brighter colors. The removal of the painting wasn't easy at all. The sandpaper was not enough, and I had also to use the file. This actually proved to me that the painted dial will survive through time. Also, I removed the painting from the second dial because it had too many details that even my wife couldn't do much with that. So, I did a lot of preparation work and following the same procedure made these two dials, which are just amazing. They definitely worth the time that I have spent on them. If you have a watch that you don't like anymore, or have some watch dials that are useless for you, obviously you can also try and create unique beautiful watches. You can try the same painting process with me, or to try something totally different that would be more suitable for you. In the description, I will put the links for everything that I have mentioned in my video. I hope you liked this video, and if you found it interesting, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I wish you all the best. Bye bye for now.